What's up, y'all? This is Nightmare Baller One. I know all the. Oh yeah, before I get started, I got y'all questions. I'm gonna get to a Q&A soon, probably sometime this week. Um, Another thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, and I got a UFC 79 predictions video coming sometime this week. But anyway, I know Armageddon hasn't happened yet, y'all, but I don't think anything in Armageddon is gonna take anything off this list. I just don't. But I saw Turning Point. Oh boy. Oh boy. TNA. Oh boy, that's all I'm gonna say. Jesus, man, they got so much potential and it's just all going down the drain. I just don't get it. But I'll talk about that later. Alright, let me get started. These are my end of the year wrestling awards, y'all. Feel free to debate, leave comments or whatever. Or video response or whatever. Alright, first award, the most improved wrestler of the year, without a doubt, is either. I have Jack Evans, okay, but there's a few people you can argue. All right, I put Jack Evans because his matches are starting to resemble wrestling matches instead of just like exhibitions and spot fest. He stopped relying so much on his hot spots, and he's really starting to put on some really good matches, and that all comes from his time in Dragon Gate. So yeah, all right. A few other people you can argue is MVP. He's really up this game, y'all. It looks like he's up this game so much that the WWE is about to give him a push. You know what I mean? So like a really big push. That's how it looked. That's just what I think. And Tomko. I know you're gonna be like, huh? What Tomko? But me and Buchanan was talking about this on Buchanan was talking about this on Skype, and he used to be terrible. You know what I'm saying? So he's came a long way, like he really has. I mean, he's not. I'm not saying he's the best, but he's getting a lot better, y'all. So yeah, Tomko. But I have Jack Evans. That's just me. All right. Worst wrestler of the year. I had the Great Khali. I could put Adam Pearce on here, but I don't think he's as bad as the Great Khali. And I give Adam Pearce a little bit of an edge just because he's so damn good on the mic. And I actually like him, you know what I mean? But he's not that great in the ring. Alright, Indie Show of the Year. I mean, my bad, Tournament of the Year. I have the Ted Petty Invitational. I haven't seen all of Bowler yet. So far, I just got done watching night one. So far, I'm not that impressed, y'all. But, this is Bowler. Same thing, it was like that last year, you know what I mean? So, I guess I just have to watch night two and night three or whatever. So, yeah. Alright, Tournament of the Year, the Ted Petty Invitational. Oh yeah, I just read that shit. Indie Show of the Year, Death Before Dishonor 5 Night 1. Even when I watched it the first time, I didn't like it as much as everybody else, but this show here, man, the more I watch it, the more I'm starting to love this show, y'all. I really liked it the first time I watched it because of the main event and the match before it, but I had to watch it again to really like it, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's the Indie Show of the Year. I don't think like nobody can debate that, except with maybe this show. The pay-per-view of the year, Man Up. Basically, this pay-per-view had good promos and great matches. That's what you need on a pay-per-view. This pay-per-view, and it really sold the fact that ROH had some of the best talent in the world. Like, if you look at the video package of the Briscoes they show, it was beautiful. And if you look at the video package recapping the feud, man, the Kevin Steen and El Generico feud with the Briscoes, it was perfect video, man. It was just this pay-per-view was fucking perfect. I'm telling you, this is the pay-per-view of the year. All right, next I have the most overrated match of the year, which is the King of the Mountain match this year, y'all. Let me tell y'all like this, okay? I saw King of the Mountain last year it was worse than this one, but I saw King of the Mountain 05 and I saw King of the Mountain 04, and this King of the Mountain doesn't touch either one of those, y'all. I mean, I'm not sitting here and telling you it's not a good match, because it is a good match. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie like that. It is a good match, but it just it's not as good as some of the past ones, and it's not like match of the year good like a lot of these TNA marks like to say. It's just not. It's not even a candidate in my opinion. TNA's had got a few match of the year candidates. I mean, the Texas Death Match I really love. Lethal Lockdown I really love. Even though it was a spot fest, it was just really fun. Joe and Christian at Bound for Glory was is up there, and the Ultimate X is actually up there too, in my opinion. Even though it was a spot fest, but it still was a whole lot of fun. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, most underrated match of the year, in my opinion, is Human Tornado and Joey Ryan at PWG's based on a true story. This is the Guerrilla Warfare match where Human Tornado won the title. Awesome match. And nobody seems to give it any kind of love. This was an awesome match. The only reason it's not on my top 5 matches of the year is because of the spectacle we saw on Friday night. You know what I mean? It was for, a good little minute, but based on the spectacle we saw Friday night, I had to take it off. And it pains me that I had to, but yeah, that match, yeah. But but this match it's definitely underrated. Nobody seems to talk about it as match of the year. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, when it comes to PWG, everybody likes to talk about Pac and El Generico, which I love. Kaz Hayashi and Alex Shelley, another match that I love. Low Ki and Samoa Joe, I love that match too. Pac and Kevin Steen, I love that match. You know what I'm saying? But this match, in my opinion, is better than all those matches. That's just me. All right, promotion of the year, ROH definitely. Even though TNA has made like a lot of strides this year, and they've really a lot of people like to say, TNA, nothing good ever happens to them. I beg to differ. They just got 2 hours. Even though the impacts haven't been the greatest, they still been decent for them. I ain't gonna say for the most part, but some of them have been decent. You know what I mean? And they have 2 hours, and they're traveling a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So they do have good things going for them. Granted, they are in a lot of trouble, but ROH, they just putting on the best shows, got a pay-per-view deal, they're doing everything right that you need to do, you know what I'm saying? And they're sticking to their identity, which I love more than anything. The WWE, they're on top, you know what I'm saying? They're on top, of course. I mean, so, with that being said, maybe the WWE should win this, but they're pretty much just there, you know what I mean? So, yeah. All right, promo of the year, microphone promo. Alright, it's either Joe at Turning Point, even though his pay-per-view sucked. That was an awesome promo, y'all. One of the best of the year. I have it tied with Christopher Daniels at ROH's Good Times, Great Memories. Daniels basically cut a promo on the fans of Ring of Honor and how he feels like they turned on them. I'm not going to go too in-depth on neither one of these, but y'all should watch it. Joe basically cut a promo on how some stars in TNA, they don't bust their ass and other ones do, so yeah. Alright, most overrated wrestler of the year, I think y'all all know who I'm going to say, and that's Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle has been getting this monster push from TNA. He is God's gift to TNA. I mean, he's good. Come on now, people. Hold on real quick, y'all. I mean, he's good, but he's not that good. You know what I'm saying? He's not God's gift to TNA like they like to treat him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's why I have him up here. All right, underrated wrestler. I have a tie between two, Christopher Daniels and Super Dragon. The reason why I don't have Shelton Benjamin on this list is because Shelton Benjamin absolutely sucks on the mic. Okay, Super Dragon doesn't need to talk. You know what I'm saying? But he's a bruiser. You know what I'm saying? He's just sick. You know what I'm saying? And nobody seems to realize how sick this guy is. That's why he's my wallpaper on my YouTube channel. I love this guy. Christopher Daniels. We all know how good he is in the ring. He may be even better on the mic, so I don't understand why TNA is not giving him a push. That's why he's up here. Feud of the year, the Briscoes and Steen and Generico. What more needs to be said? The Briscoes, Steen and Generico. Match of the year, Man Up. Y'all all know how I feel about that match. 5 stars, greatest match I've ever seen in my life. That's just me. Wrestler of the year, drum roll. It's like, no, I was just playing. But Wrestler of the year, John Cena. Whether you like him or not, it has to be John Cena. John Cena had carried the biggest promotion in the world for 10 months by himself, pretty much. Everybody was getting injured. Nobody was elevated to main event status, so he had no choice. And in my opinion, he did a damn good job, because a lot of people like, to pick on the WWE about how they do like a lot of these kid gimmicks, including myself, you know what I'm saying? But John Cena was the glue that stuck it all together. And whether you like the guy or not, he did his thing this year, and he earned a lot of people's respect, including mine. Even though he may not be the greatest wrestler in the world, but he's a damn good wrestler. And he's a damn good performer. And that ends my end of the year awards, y'all.